Hey, yeah, y'all doing all right? I'm doing fine. This is just a pop in. I'm doing a short, just a 15 minutes because it's movie night. But I want y'all to see this here by Damon Redding. Dropped this video here by pastors apologizing, and I want to check this out.
Things the black church gonna get mad at me for saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Man, y'all check this out.
Some of y'all may not know them. She joined the church months ago. She sent me a text because she called me. She called me the next night that it happened. Her son was murdered. And she called and she communicated that her son was murdered. So she was going through discipleship. She had just joined and she going through discipleship. We didn't serve her like we should have served her. We kept moving. She came to this church because she feel like the Lord led her to this church. And she get the word from this church. And the Lord blesses her. And the love that we have at this church. She said we talk about it not being in the one-on-ones. And she feel that when she's here. She feel the love when she's here. And so when that happened, she stopped coming to church. She came a little bit, but then she really wasn't coming because nobody reached out to her. We didn't go to the service. She talked to me out in the hallway once, and she said she wanted to set up a meeting with me. I don't know who I was talking to. And I asked them to get her number, and I was going to get back with her. I never got back with her. So she's going through this alone, and her church family is not with her. Nobody, no connector, no any, is reaching out to her to make sure that she got what she need. She sent me a text. Can I share the text? And this is what the text said. She said, "Hello, Pastor." She said, "I'm a new member. I'm the lady who reached out to you a few months ago advising you my son was murdered on my way to Discipleship 101. I also requested a meeting with you about a month ago after church that is yet to happen. I'm just reaching out now because I'm very disappointed. I understand you're very busy and it might have been an oversight. Stop what I was doing, told my family to get in the car, and I talked to her. And I apologized over and over again and let her know that was not my intent. That's not who we are. That's not who I am. I take full responsibility for that. I understand what it means to go through grief, to go through losing love. I guess you wonder where I've been. I guess.
Man got to pay his bills. Man got to pay his bills. All right. It'll be over in a minute. Hold on, y'all. It'll be over in a minute. Okay. I don't want to try it. Come on with the rest of the video. I hate that. Come on, man. Really? You gonna keep going? Why are you doing this to me? All right. Let's see if it's gonna go back to the video. I ain't got but a few more minutes. Okay, it did stop. Hold on, let's see. Let me go back. Yeah, it's for some reason. Well, this pastor was apologizing to this member who came to the church, who showed interest in the church, and they decided, well, when the woman reached out to the pastor through the text, he did the right thing to respond back to her. Let me pull this back up. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Will it fast forward? Yes, it'll fast forward.
Means to go through grief, to go through losing loved ones. Understand what it is to have somebody in your family and your immediate family murdered. So I got a word for you, a word of comfort that I can assist in there. And I dropped the ball. And I don't know how many times I apologize to them. And I apologize to you all now. I dropped the ball. I didn't delegate anybody. I didn't call back. I didn't respond. It's no excuse. We thank God for you all. We here for y'all. Man, we here for you all.
I don't know where this church is. I don't know what city, what state. Maybe you do, but I don't. If you don't have a church home, you need to go there.
All right. I typically do my little Damon bit, but time is of the essence. I like what this pastor did. Now, there are some things that people will, what's the word I'm looking for? criticism. And yes, everything don't need to be taped. I agree. And I don't know if the video ministry knew that he was going to do that. Probably not. I don't know. And I don't know if he did that to not just give his church a lesson, but to give other churches around the country who might have been watching this a lesson. But it did go viral. So if he did this for that, then it got on Damon's show and it's on my show now. Everything doesn't need to be recorded, and some did say that he put his church on blast. Well, he kind of did, and he kind of didn't. He did by showing that there was a crack in the wall. Yes, but then what he did was he took full blame for his actions. See, pastors, Creflo Dollar decided that he was going to teach tithing the proper way. And what he did, though, when he came out of the closet, all right, he decided to talk about tithing by rebuking other pastors and other teachers and not taking full blame for himself. He was like, y'all teaching this and this doesn't make any sense. This is not what God is saying. And his members was like, Damon was one of them. As a matter of fact, thank you, Holy Ghost. Damon was in his car. This is when I first met Damon, and he called Pastor Creflo Dollar his pastor, my father in the gospel. He said, you did us wrong, man. It's our tithes and offerings that build that world dome, and it was you who said this, and you who said it about tithes. You need us. You owe us an apology. So Creflo didn't take full responsibility. You understand? Responsibility or accountability for teaching tithe wrong. Instead of what he did was he dumped it on the other teachers. This pastor basically showed us that the buck, what president was that? Was that Roosevelt? Not Franklin, but the cousin Roosevelt. Or was it Roosevelt's successor? It said that the buck stops here, and he sat it on the table. If you are a pastor, pastors of you listening, the buck stops with you. Whatever typically happens in that church is your responsibility. All right? In a marriage, the husband, something bad goes on in the house. You typically, God's going to look at that husband because he said, you're the head of that house. When a corporation does something bad, when the stock drop, all right, when the prices go up or when the prices go down, what have you, they don't complain to the stockholders, they don't complain to the secretaries, and they don't complain to the manager. They complain to the chief executive officer, the CEO, or the president of the corporation, depending on how you all have set up your business. So the buck stopped with the pastor, and he took accountability, and I applaud him for saying, I dropped the ball. That's right, Finger Scar. Creflo did make a fake apology and didn't own anything. I dropped the ball. Was it Eisenhower or Truman? I think it was Truman. Somebody Google it for me. I think it was Truman, the vice president. He was the vice president of Roosevelt, and Roosevelt died in office, and then Truman took it on. And Truman was the one who dropped the ball on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, or Hiroshima, depending on if you eat potato or potato. All right. Yeah. Thank you all. That was Truman. The buck stops here. And so, pastors, I need you to take responsibility for things that happen in that church. All right, because you said God called you, and you said if you decided you were going to be the leader and the shepherd and the angel of the house and all these things, and you are worthy of double honor and all these things. Well, with Spider-Man's father or uncle said, with great power comes great responsibility. So if you want to take on that kind of power, you have great responsibility. What did I say? Absolute power corrupts absolutely. So they got to be careful. I commend this brother for taking, the punch in the face, and he had his people to come up and love on that young lady, and she realized she was at a good church for him to do that in front of everybody, not just his church, but the church at large. President Truman had a no nonsense approach to decision making. Yes, the sign "The buck stops here" on his desk reflects his belief that he was ultimately responsible for the actions of his administration. Unlike other administrations, including this one today, not taking responsibility for the things that happen in the economy, things that happen, in the executive branch, things that happen with the military, all of the things that he may be over. This administration and others, so I'm not just picking on this administration for you people who are deranged syndromed, he needs to take responsibility for what's going on in his administration. When that man shared a what's it called? What's the name of that app? Something Stacks. Is it Stacks? No, it's something. Where he was a secretary over the military, and Trump hired him from Fox News, and then he's sharing sensitive information. You remember that? You should remember it was only a few months ago, and the reporter from what news source was that? New York Times, I can't remember. He got tagged in it. And what was the talking points after that? No one took responsibility. They doubled down, they passed the blame, all kind of stuff. Donald Trump should have taken responsibility for that man's actions and fired him on the spot, but he didn't do it. So this here, pastor, I applaud him. So whether he should have gone live or not, it's beside the point. We can fight over that at another time. So thank you. I don't wish pastoring on anybody, not at all. And if you want to pastor, Scripture says it would not be good that you all be teachers, because you're going to be held to a stricter judgment. Pastors should be teachers. Substack. Was it Substack, Sam? All right. You're going to be held to a higher, a stricter judgment. All right. So I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Pastors are teachers. How do we know? Because 1 Timothy chapter 3 says that this person should be apt to teach. He should be not a novice. He should be an expert in the word. You understand? What's going on with you behind your voice? Well, I've been at church all day, teaching, playing the piano, singing. So if you hear anything, I'm tired. All right. Should leadership take accountability when it's not his or her fault? Yep, absolutely. Yes. Take accountability because you are the head, and the people are going to you because you might not, they look at you as not being able to handle something properly. So it is your fault. All right. And like parents are blamed for the actions of minors. Are they not? Absolutely. Teachers are blamed for a rowdy class. The class is rowdy. Then the principal comes to the teacher's office and say, come here, Mrs. Crabtree, come to the office. You don't have no control over your students. So when people at the church, do what they do, what's going on? Y'all got a problem with my audio? Hold on. Is that you? Let me see. Where am I? All right. Can y'all hear me? I don't know. Are y'all having problems or is it me? It might be me. All right. Should leadership take accountability when it's not his? I don't know. Sounds fine to me. Okay, y'all. It's coming in now. Layla, anybody else having a problem? Well, it doesn't matter. I'm gone. Movie has just dropped. Thank you all for coming here for the shortest show in Sir Walter Jones history. 15 minutes. All right. All right, I'm gonna go. And thank you, Pastor. Thank you, Damon Redding. I didn't pick with you today. I didn't do my bid on you today, but maybe tomorrow you'll put up something that I could do a bid on you. Okay, I love you all. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Meet me over there at Patreon. The movie is called Lost Boundaries. Lost Boundaries, 1949, where this black man passed for white. Well, he's white. Wife white, kids white, but they're not really white. They're black. And it's a true story. Go over to Patreon. Let's have a great time on movie night. All right? Tomorrow, I'm going to try to get into this Jay Williams Global Impact Rapture show tomorrow night. See what I can do with that. Okay? I love y'all. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Meet you over there at Patreon. Free of charge. Holla!
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Fellas, does it seem like you can't get a good woman? Ladies, wonder why you can't keep a man? Then read The 4 Women That Men Desire, Volume 1, by Sir Walter Jones to figure out how to break the cycle. Go to Amazon.com to get your copy today.